I chose Amelia Earhart, The Legend of the Lost Aviator by Shelly, Tanaka, and the pictures were done by David Craig. It won the Orbis Pictus Award in 2009. This book is the biography of Amelia Earhart. It tells all about her life as it starts out in Atchison, Kansas, until when it ends lost flying around the world. It tells about how she grew up in the small town of Kansas, and even the first plane she saw, she wasn't too interested in it. She then grew up and went and helped with the war in being a nurse in Toronto, and then after that moved to California where her parents had moved to. It was there that she decided she wanted to fly planes, and she did not let anything stop her. This was a time that people didn't really think women should be doing that kind of thing, but she didn't care. She bought herself a plane and she learned to fly. She did many firsts for women's aviation. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, she didn't really fly the plane. In her eyes, she was just a passenger. She just sat there, didn't do anything. But to the world, a woman flew across the Atlantic. She then did it when she flew a little while later. The pictures, the ones that are drawn, look like oil colors. And they stand out. They're all very vibrant pictures. And you can see the plane details and the details of the weather. The other pictures in the book are actual pictures of Amelia Earhart as she gets older, and this is when they were checking the plane for their final trip around the world, to even her as a child. I've always been fascinated with Amelia Earhart. I grew up in Leavenworth County, which is just south of where Amelia Earhart was born in Atchison. I've gone on many field trips to the Amelia Earhart Museum and the house that she grew up in. I think this is a great book to let children know that if you want to do something, do it. She had many, many complications in her flight around the world, and she didn't give up, ever. She even had a run that she tried to go from California through the Atlantic and around the world that way. But it was trouble from the get-go, and her plane crashed going into Hawaii. She then had to replan the whole thing and decided to go the other direction. And so she left and went around through the Atlantic and around the world that way, and made it almost home to where we don't know where the plane or her and her aviation specialist landed. The activity that I chose was a fun worksheet of, you cut the boxes out and you put them in order and how Amelia Earhart went about her life when she went on her first plane rides. And it's a great thing to use the book to figure out the dates. But it's just a fun little activity. Thank you.